Rick, please come forward. Frederick is the new director at Camp Burnamwood. He's been there 2 months today on the job, so good to have him here. Good morning. Thank you, Pastor, and for you for allowing me to come and take part of the time of your family's worship together. I know how precious this time is, but I'm excited about coming here because I love coming to the different congregations who love God's children, God's church, and God's camp. And so thank you so much for allowing me to have some time. And I apologize to the choir, although, again, you probably have the better side to look at. My name is Rick Frederick, and I am your new camp director at Burnamwood at your camp. Anytime you talk to me, you will find me using those terms, your camp. It's God's camp first, but then it belongs to you, the people in the pews, the people who pray for the camp, who support it financially, who have come there, send their children there, send their grandchildren there. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I am very excited about coming and serving you at your camp. Excuse me. I grew up in South Carolina, although I don't sound like it too much because I've lived in Pennsylvania for 6 years now, so I've sort of picked up a little bit of that. I know the longer I stay here, I'll slip back into some of the stuff like saying y'all on a regular basis and not have people look at me like I'm talking a foreign language. I am excited about coming and being a part of this ministry in the Southeast. A little bit about me. I am married. My wife is still in Pennsylvania, finishing up her time there as the food service director of the camp that I just left. And I just got a text from her prior to service starting that our son, who has been in Okinawa for the last 2 years in the Marine Corps, has safely arrived in Pittsburgh, and she has him in hand. So we're excited about having him back on this side of the ocean again. I also have a younger son who will be graduating later this month and then following in his brother's footsteps and joining the Marine Corps. So we'll have two in service. I've been in parish ministry for over 20 years as youth family ministry, senior adult ministries, and then for the last 10 in full-time camp ministry. And no matter what church I ever went to, I always promoted the fact that the summer camp that supported that area was important to take part in, because it does make a difference and it does change lives. And I want to make Burnamwood even more successful at that than it already has been through the great leadership that has preceded me. I believe in the power of outdoor ministry to change lives of children, youth, and adults, to help them to grow in their relationship with their Lord and Savior and with one another in Christian fellowship. I am looking forward to looking at the current programming and all of the wonderful things it already does through the summer programs and the retreats that are offered for children and youth, and hoping to expand that to let you know that camp isn't just for kids. One of our goals is to improve the facilities out there so that more adult groups would be willing to come out and have that experience of getting apart from today's society and developing its resources and their growth in Christian fellowship. I can't wait to see how the BAM program works and showing kids how to put God's love into action physically, not just studying it. I'm excited about reaching out to congregations through things like possible day camping ministries and other ways to do ministry with you together. One of the things that we are having already this fall is we have a congregation that's going to be doing a couples retreat, and although they will be sleeping in bunk beds, it is still going to be a wonderful experience for them, and I encourage you to think about that for you and your congregation. We also are reaching out into the Hispanic ministry locally. They visited our church, your camp, and fell in love with it, and are planning to do 2 or 3 congregational retreats throughout the year. So we're excited about reaching into that community of faith. I believe that summer camp changes lives. I'd like to share with you a story that a camp director shared with me last summer from the camp I was serving in Pennsylvania. There was a family who brought a teenage son to our camp. Now, they told him, "We know you want to get out of the house, you want to get away from us for a while. Why don't you pack for a week to go to a friend's house?" Didn't say the friend's house was camp. Needless to say, when he arrived, he was not a happy camper. He didn't want to be there. He didn't want to take part in anything that was going on. He was very shy, very withdrawn. But through the experience of the kids that week with him, the staff that was there, through the worship services that happened, he changed. So that by Friday, you would not have known that he did not want to be there. Now, the camp director for that week wanted all the kids to like him on Facebook. And if you don't know what that is, find a teenager or an elementary school kid, and they will tell you all about it. But they liked the director, and one of the first posts that this young man put on his Facebook page said the following, and this is the name of the camp he starts with: Wesley Woods is the greatest place ever. I came to Christ there last week. I will be going back again. I know there are stories out there, maybe even your own story of an experience like that at Burnamwood. And I am excited about seeing those stories come to life this summer, learning the special stories about Burnamwood. If you have one, please, please share it with me. I just got a phone call a couple of weeks ago about a family wanting to do an anniversary reunion type of thing because the husband and wife met there 43 years ago, celebrating their 38th wedding anniversary. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to having them come out there. I want to thank you for how much you have supported Burnamwood. You're a large participant in the Bowl-a-thon that this year raised about $1,500 after all expenses were paid, which was wonderful. You've also recently, Adult Sunday School class sent us a donation. I thank you for that. That helps us to pass it on to the kids who are coming. And Lucy Chandler and Patrick Jeter, you may know both of them. They will be serving this year as my right and left hand. Lucy is going to be the summer camp director, and Patrick is going to run the BAM program so that I can learn how it's done the Burnamwood way, not my way. I also want to ask you to continue to keep Burnamwood in your prayers. Promote it to others that you see around you or your neighbors. Volunteer there. Look for opportunities to come and give of your time and talent, not just work day, but we can use it all throughout the year. And of course, the financial help that you can give us is very important because it helps keep camp costs down. If you have any questions or want to find out more, I am going to be downstairs for a while. I have some handouts if you want to take it. I'm very excited about working with you and God to help Burnamwood be the best that it can be. Thank you so much.